This is Ggn News Focus. This segment focuses on stories about Gwangju and Jeonnam that are useful to know in your daily life.
GGN 뉴스 포커스에서는 일상생활에서 알아두면 좋은 지역 뉴스에 대해 알려드립니다.
Gwangju and South Jeolla local councillors to attend rallies in Seoul related to President Yoon's impeachment vote.
광주 전남 지방의원들이 윤 대통령 탄핵안 표결 관련 상경 집회를 가질 예정입니다.
Local councillors from Gwangju and South Jeolla province are set to participate in rallies in Seoul on December 6th and 7th, coinciding with the National Assembly's vote on the impeachment motion against President Yoon Suk-yeol, which is being pursued by opposition parties. As a result, Gwangju City Council has adjusted its budget review schedule, causing some disruptions to its planned agenda. Originally, standing committee budget reviews were scheduled to run until December 6, but they have now been condensed into a single day on December 5th. Additionally, the Budget and Settlement Committee reviews initially planned for 4 days next week are under consideration to be reduced to 3 days. The Democratic Party's Gwangju branch has requested that local councillors attend a candlelight vigil in front of the National Assembly on December 6th and a rally in Gwanghwamun on December 7th. The branch of South Jeolla has also been encouraging party members to individually participate in the events.
광주와 전남 지역의 지방의원들이 야당이 추진 중인 윤석열 대통령 탄핵안 국회 표결과 관련해 오는 6일부터 7일 상경 집회에 참석할 예정입니다. 이에 따라 광주시의회는 예산 심의 일정을 축소하며 의사 일정의 일부 차질이 예상되고 있습니다. 광주시의회는 당초 6일까지 진행할 예정이었던 상임위원회별 예산 심의를 5일 하루로 단축했습니다. 또한 다음 주 4일간 계획된 예산결산특별위원회 심의도 3일로 단축하는 방안이 검토 중입니다. 민주당 광주시당은 지방의원들에게 6일 국회 본청 앞 촛불 문화제 참석과 7일 광화문 집회 참여를 요청했으며 전남도당도 당원들에게 개별적으로 집회 참석을 독려하고 있다고 밝혔습니다.
Gwangju City to pilot cashless buses starting December 9th.
광주시가 현금함 없는 시내버스를 시범 운영합니다.
Gwangju City will begin a pilot program for cashless buses from December 9th until March 31st next year. Based on the evaluations during the pilot, the city plans to finalize the introduction of the cashless bus around February next year. The decision to eliminate cash compartments stems from the declining cash usage rate on Gwangju City buses, which dropped from 2.3% in 2023 to 2.1% by the end of September 2024. Additionally, the move aims to address issues such as delays caused by cash transactions and the safety risks associated with handling change during bus operations. During the pilot period, cash collection boxes will remain in use, but once the system is fully implemented, passengers will pay their charge by scanning credit cards, prepaid transportation cards, or mobile transportation payment apps. To facilitate the transition, prepaid transportation cards will also be sold on buses for added convenience.
광주시가 오는 9일부터 내년 3월 31일까지 현금함 없는 시내버스를 시범 운영합니다. 광주시는 시범 운영 후 시민 의견 조사 결과 현금 이용률 추이 등을 종합 검토한 뒤 현금함 없는 시내버스의 도입 시기를 최종 확정할 방침입니다. 광주광역시는 시내버스 현금 이용률이 2023년 2.3%에서 2024년 9월 말 기준 2.1%로 점차 감소하고 현금 정산으로 인한 불필요한 운행 지연, 운행 중 거스름돈 교부에 따른 안전사고 위험 등에 따라 현금함 없는 시내버스 도입을 계획했다고 밝혔습니다. 시범 운영 기간에는 지금처럼 현금함을 운영하지만 제도가 도입되면 현금함을 없애 실물 또는 모바일 교통카드 결제와 자동이체만 가능해집니다. 시민 편의를 위해 시내버스 내에서 선불 교통카드 판매를 병행할 예정입니다.
2024 Gwangju Startup Festival attracts 52 billion won in investments.
2024 광주 창업 페스티벌이 520억 원의 투자 유치 성과를 거뒀습니다.
Gwangju City achieved a significant milestone in its goal of becoming a city of opportunity with a high startup success rate, securing 52 billion won in investments during the 2024 Gwangju Startup Festival. According to the city, the festival attracted 240 startup companies, 270 investment firms, and over 4,500 participants. Among them, 35 companies secured investment commitments, totaling 52 billion won. Additionally, more than 600 business matchmaking consultations were conducted during the event. The festival featured initiatives where participants could experience demonstration products. 7 participating companies were offered opportunities to conduct demonstrations in collaboration with key regional institutions. Furthermore, large and medium-sized enterprises explored potential collaborations with startups, committing to 55 cases of technology transfer and follow-up investments.
광주시가 창업 성공률이 높은 기회 도시를 실현하기 위해 추진한 창업 페스티벌에서 520억 원의 투자 유치 성과를 거뒀습니다. 광주시에 따르면 지난달 28일부터 29일까지 열린 2024 광주 창업 페스티벌에 240개 창업기업과 270개 투자사, 4,500여 명이 방문했으며 이 중 35개사 투자자로부터 520억 원 투자 약속을 받았습니다. 또 행사 기간 600여 회 사업 연계 상담회가 진행되었습니다. 이번 행사는 실증 제품을 체험할 수 있는 실증 빌리지 등을 운영해 참가 기업 7개사가 지역의 주요 기관에서 실증을 할 수 있는 기회가 제공되었습니다. 이 밖에도 광주시는 대중견 기업들은 창업 기업과 55건의 기술 이전 및 후속 투자를 진행하기로 협력의 가능성을 열었다고 밝혔습니다.
South Jala Province mobilizes full efforts to contain avian influenza spread.
전남도가 조류 인플루엔자 확산 차단을 위해 방역을 강화합니다.
South Jala Province is intensifying its quarantine measures to prevent further spread of H5N1, highly pathogenic avian influenza, following outbreaks at farms in Yongarm and Gangjin. According to the province, the affected farm in Gangjin was raising 22,000 ducks. After an increase in duck mortalities was reported on December 2nd, precise testing confirmed the AI outbreak on December 3rd. In response, the province immediately deployed quarantine teams to enforce access control, disinfection, and preemptive culling. The province has designated a 10-kilometer radius around the affected farm as a quarantine zone, restricting poultry movement, and has issued a 36-hour nationwide standstill order for poultry farms and related facilities. Rapid testing is underway at 98 poultry farms within the quarantine zone and across the province. Additionally, South Jola plans to restrict duck farming at high-risk locations in 12 cities and counties until February next year.
전라남도는 영암에 이어 강진군 농장에서 고병원성 조류 인플루엔자가 발생함에 따라 방역 강화를 통해 추가 확산 차단에 나섰다고 밝혔습니다. 전남도에 따르면 해당 농장은 유경오리 22,000마리를 사육 중이었으며 지난 2일 폐사 증가로 신고된 뒤 정밀 검사 결과 3일 AI 확진 판정을 받았습니다. 도는 신고 즉시 방역팀을 투입해 출입 통제, 소독, 예방적 살처분 등 긴급 조치를 시행했습니다. 또한 발생 농장 반경 10km를 방역지역으로 설정해 가금류 이동을 제한하고 전국 가금농장과 관련 시설을 대상으로 36시간 이동 중지 명령을 내렸습니다. 전남도는 방역지역 내 농장 및 도내 관련 농가 98곳을 대상으로 신속한 검사를 진행 중이며 고위험 지역 12개 시군의 오리 농가에 대해 내년 2월까지 사육을 제한할 계획입니다.
I hope you enjoyed Ggn News Focus. Coming right up, 오매광주.
광주!
Good afternoon, culture lovers!
And welcome to 오매광주!
We are your hosts, Dave.
And Lindsay!
And welcome to another edition of our show on today. It's Friday, December 6th.
저는 Lindsay.
저는 Dave입니다.
안녕하세요! Well, Dave, we finally made it to Friday!
Wow, what a week it's been though, Lindsay.
Oh man, tell me about it. 고생했어요, 여러분.
Yeah, seriously. We've all made it through until the end of the week though. Just a few more hours to go until the weekend. Of course, we'd be delighted if you would choose to spend 2 of those hours with us, Lindsay and I, here in the studio, talking about K-culture Monday to Friday from 12 until 2 p.m. And today we'll start once again with Ride the K-Wave, about everything related to Korean culture.
And after that, we'll be diving into the latest cultural trends to explore some of the hottest spots in and around Gwangju.
And listeners, we would love to invite you to join us. 그래서 혹시 방송 중에 저희와 공유하고 싶은 사연이나 신청곡 있으시면 언제든 문자 주시고요.
That's right. Send us your song requests and anything else you'd like into sharp 9870.
예, 샵 9870으로 문자 많이 보내주세요.
Of course, you are tuned in to Ggn. That's 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu.
그럼 지금부터 오매광주와 함께 신나는 문화 여행을 떠나보겠습니다.
Let's go!
그럼 린지,
네?
우리 오늘의 첫 번째 곡은 뭘까요?
Oh, how about this one? It's Friday, so it's so nice by 김현철.
Welcome back to 오매광주.
Get ready now to ride the K-Wave. We're taking you on a journey through Korea's must-see destinations every Friday.
Yeah, we love to give you guys some tips on places to visit in and around Gwangju, maybe even as far as Jeju. Have we done any international locations?
Not yet. Because remember, this is K-Wave,
Yes, of
not
course.
World Wave.
It was a rhetorical question, I want to say.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
That wasn't really.
I have to have some more coffee.
No,
this
it wasn't a
morning.
rhetorical question. But yeah, we do love to give you guys some tips of places to visit. It's always fun for me personally as a person who loves to travel to get some advice on places to go. It's winter though, so definitely when it comes to winter, I want to stay warm. That's a priority.
Yeah, I think in winter, a lot of people, spring and fall are very popular seasons to travel around in Korea. Summer is, maybe for the beaches. But in winter, I think a lot of people, they get scared of traveling.
Yeah.
You have to wear big coats. You have to stand outside in the cold. And so a lot of people think that not really much to do in the winter.
But that is wrong, listeners. If you happen to have thought that, we are going to change your mind today. And I think, me to some extent, I want to say, Lindsay especially, coming from a country which is perpetually in winter.
Oh, yeah. So we don't have summer in Canada. I'm just joking.
Just one 계절.
It's a one 계절.
일
한
계절.
계절 나라예요.
Just winter year-round.
Fake news.
But
This
you
is
are
fake
totally
news.
prepared to travel in winter, though, Lindsay.
Definitely. I don't see what the big deal. I think this is. I don't know if the Brits are the same or what is the word for people from the UK.
Yeah, British people.
But like, if you're from Northern Ireland, you're not a Brit, right?
So
what is
you'd
there?
be Irish if you're from Northern Ireland.
So is there no word for like UKians?
Yeah, we say British.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
unfortunately, you make a good point that it can be a little ambiguous.
Okay.
You're
all
also British.
Your islands people maybe think the same way as I do. In Canada, a lot of people say there's no bad weather, only inappropriate clothing.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, I would say we probably have a similar aesthetic in the UK, considering that the weather is generally not too nice.
I think that's the key point. If you're from a country where the weather sucks, then you just have to kind of suck it up and get on with your daily life and not carry umbrellas. I think that's one of the biggest culture shocks I've heard from Koreans traveling to Canada is that Canadians don't necessarily use umbrellas in the
same
rain.
in the UK.
Is it the same in the UK?
Yeah, you're going to get wet anyway. Just
wear
embrace
a raincoat. Yeah.
Yeah, just get wet. Once you
Oh.
go inside, take off the coat. Job's a good un.
Yeah,
as we'd
everybody's
say.
going to understand. Yeah.
I would say, at least in Korea, even when it does get pretty cold, it's pretty dry. You're probably unlikely to get wet.
That's true. And today we're going to be sharing with you some of our recommendations for, let's say, magical winter destinations.
Oh, yeah, almost a fairy tale that you can experience for yourself in a few spots that we're going to introduce. We've prepared to introduce them to each other and also to you guys, our listeners and viewers. The first place I want to introduce is called Pinocchio and Da Vinci.
What?
Pinocchio Da Vinci.
Pinocchio and Da Vinci.
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to imagine an alternate universe where Pinocchio and Da Vinci.
Do you not know Pinocchio was written by Leonardo da Vinci?
Was he one of the many inventions?
Yeah,
of
I mean,
Da
he's a
Vinci?
man with a lot of abilities, an
Okay.
inventor, artist, planner. He's also a children's book author.
Apparently, and
Yeah.
an animator for
Yeah.
the classic Disney movie. But you know what? There is one thing that connects Pinocchio and Da Vinci is, aren't they both Italian?
Correct, Lindsay. Absolutely right. And so Pinocchio and Da Vinci is actually the name of the theme, I guess we can see it, the Italian village up all the way in Gyeonggi-do Gapyeong. They opened this Italian-themed park in May of 2021. As of December 6, 2024, still only the one and only Italian-themed park in Korea.
How many international parks? There's 독일마을, which is
There's also
German.
a French village.
There's a French village.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay, so this is kind of a trend in Korea, having, if you don't have the money or the time to actually travel to Italy.
Just like our 슈가토끼님 told us, you don't need a 여권. You don't need a passport. You can just go to the Italian village. It's huge as well, I want to say, Lindsay. This is no small park. No.
Oh.
It's spread across 33,000 square meters. How many pyong, Lindsay?
Wow, that is okay. I'm doing a quick mental math,
No,
and that
I'm joking.
it's 12,
A lot of pyong.
It's a lot of pyongs.
A lot of pyong.
How many pyong per meter?
I've got no idea.
Listeners, how many pyong per
It's huge.
meter? We will give you a prize if you can tell us
Wow.
how many pyong per meter.
Well, this one, basically, I can say this is huge. So 33,000 1,000 square meters. If you happen to know the Pyong, we'd love to hear it. But basically, the park itself has been recreated to represent the architectural style of Tuscany, no less. One of the beautiful regions of Italy. It features 23 different themed spaces, each of them telling a unique story.
Wow.
And from this, you are able to experience the rich culture and art of Italy all the way, or I should say, not all the way in Italy, but here in Gapyeong.
I mean, Gapyeong is still pretty far from Gwangju, but it's definitely not Italy in terms of the distance, right? Okay, so I get it. It's a beautiful Italian village. You can experience Italy year-round in Gapyeong. What is the connection with Pinocchio?
Yeah, so Pinocchio's author, as you probably know, is Carlo Collodi. And the park itself has an official partnership with the Collodi Foundation. And so they offer permanent exhibitions and performances centered around Pinocchio, the classic tale, of course, of the child who can't stop lying.
Oh, that's right.
His nose keeps growing.
Oh, and he was not a real boy, and then he got changed.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy. That's right. Okay, that is the Shrek version, though, so don't get confused.
Yeah, I don't think he said that in
the traditional Pinocchio. Okay, so that's Pinocchio.
Yeah.
So that's great that it actually has a real connection with the story of Pinocchio. Now, tell me about the connection with Da Vinci.
Yeah, so of course, when it comes to Italian exports, I think it's fair to say I don't think there'll be too much conflict if I say that Da Vinci has got to be one of the most important exports culturally out of Italy.
Definitely.
And so therefore that's reflected in this park, Lindsay. Works and exhibitions inspired by Da Vinci are showcased, highlighting all of his achievements, the legacy that he left behind.
Wow.
But all of that culminates in what I want to tell you right now. We're telling you that this is a place worth visiting in winter. Again, I'm talking about the Italian village, Pinocchio and Da Vinci, up in Gapyeong. From December, aka from now, the park is hosting a Pinocchio and 어린이 왕자 별빛 축제, the Pinocchio and Little Prince Starlight Festival that is going to sparkle throughout the winter, Lindsay.
Oh, this sounds great. If you have kids, this sounds like a perfect place to go to enjoy some time outside in the winter.
Absolutely right. And I want to add one more reason to visit there, Lindsay.
What is it?
I just mentioned a couple of minutes ago that there are a bunch of like different country-themed parks. One of them I said is France. Actually, Petit France is the sister village of Pinocchio and Da Vinci.
Oh, so there's a French village that is like working kind of in collaboration?
Absolutely, Lindsay. Petit France, which means in English...
Petit France. Oh, Little France.
Little France. This is also called the French Village. It opened a little bit farther back in time, back in 2008. So it's been going for about 16 years. But that also was Korea's first ever France-themed park.
Ooh.
And that park offers a themed journey inspired by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Did I say it right, Lindsay?
Exupéry. Oh my God.
The author of The Little Prince.
We apologize on behalf of Omekwangju to all of our French listeners.
No worries. I'm sure they won't mind. It's actually really close to the Pinocchio and Da Vinci theme park, which is in Gapyeong, because this one is actually on Jarasom.
Okay.
If you know the island, which is just to the northeast of Seoul. So you can go. The reason I mention it together, Lindsay, is because if you go to one of these places, you can go to the other one too, because you can get a ticket that has access to both of them.
Whoa! So that's why it's called Pinocchio and 어린 왕자.
Yes.
별빛 축제.
Exactly.
Because they're having the festival at the same time in Petit France and also the Pinocchio. It's hard to say. Like, I want to say Italian village, but I have to say Pinocchio and Da Vinci.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you can get a little bit of a continental tour, shall we say, this weekend, and definitely sounds like something the kids would enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can make a full weekend of it as well, because Jarasom Island's famous for its camping, famous for its music festivals as well. I know it's home to the Jarasom Jazz Festival, but that's not going on right now. So you can go, you can enjoy walking around Jarasom Island, do some water sports if you want. And if you're brave enough, it's pretty chilly right now, but if you are brave enough, why not camp?
What? Oh, why not? Winter camping is great.
I love it personally.
Coming from a Canadian, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're prepared for that one if you want to do it. But certainly worth traveling up to. Gapyeong it's not too cold to go and enjoy those two parks that I just talked about there. Hopefully you will check them out once again. That was Pinocchio à Da Vinci up in Gapyeong and the sister village Petit France.
Whoa, Petit France.
Oui.
Oui. Thank you so much for thinking of all the families out there, Dave.
Hey, my pleasure.
Sounds like a perfect weekend trip if you have some little tykes or if you yourself are interested in Pinocchio or Da Vinci.
Yeah, or The Little Prince as well. You can check that one out. Lindsay's got a place to introduce to you guys too. I'm looking forward to hearing what that is. But first, should we listen to a song?
Okay, Dave, there's no way that in all the annals of K-pop songs, there could be any song related to Pinocchio, could there?
That's where you're wrong, Lindsay. There is. There is. We'll be back after this one. Listen, it's FX with Pinocchio. Danger!
Remember me.
I'm in.
It's time now for our Sharp 9870 quiz.
Yes, it is. Every day, Lindsay and I share with you guys a quiz question related with our topic of the day. We want to give you a chance to get involved. Today's no different.
That's right. Get ready, get your fingers stretched out, get ready to send in your answers to us via your phone or on YouTube. We're currently live streaming because our question is coming at you. Dave, how do you rate today's question in terms of difficulty?
I'm going to say that for me, it's pretty easy, but I suppose there is a chance that you might not be familiar with this story.
I'm just looking at the question now.
There's a chance.
I mean, is there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
somewhere
not,
on
it's not
Earth.
ubiquitous knowledge.
Is it not?
You may be unaware. If you are unaware of it, well, today you're going to be made aware of this thing.
Definitely. And you know what? If you are aware of it, congratulations. You can win a prize very easily
그렇죠.
today.
So should we start the question, Lindsay?
Okay, get ready, listeners. Here it is. Today, we're taking a tour of wintry fairy tale villages across the country.
맞습니다. 피노키오를 테마로 하는 이탈리아 마을도 소개해드렸죠. Pinocchio, of course, is the protagonist of the children's novel The Adventures of Pinocchio. That was written by the Italian author Carlo Collodi.
워낙 유명한 작품이라 어릴 때 다들 한 번씩 읽어보셨을 텐데요. 피노키오는 거짓말을 하면 이것이 길어집니다.
맞습니다. So today's question, listeners, is pretty simple. What is the body part of Pinocchio that grows when he tells a lie?
And remember, we are a family show. So, is this A,
다리, leg,
B,
팔, arm,
or C?
coal, nose.
That's right. Which part of Pinocchio gets longer every time he tells a lie? A,
다리, leg,
B,
팔, arm,
or C?
coal, nose.
All right, just send in your answers to us at sharp 9870. Short messages will cost you 51. Longer messages will cost you 100 won. 맞죠, Dave?
맞습니다. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원 문자 수시로 있습니다. 정답을 아시는 분들은 샵 9870으로 문자 보내주세요. 퀴즈 정답뿐만 아니라 신종곡이나 재미있는 사연도 대환영입니다.
퀴즈 정답을 맞추신 분들께 for all of our quiz winners, we have some great prizes. From B Hospital,
A culture voucher,
from Sumneb,
an easy breathing mask,
from C Hospital specializing in egg freezing,
a free infertility test,
and from Chungjangnou's new wine bar and restaurant Le Peher.
a gift certificate for your next delicious meal.
Just tell us, which part of Pinocchio grows longer every time he tells a lie? I wish this happened in real life. Wouldn't that make life a lot simpler, Dave?
Oh yeah, you'd be able to immediately recognize.
Not for us, though. Like, if we told a lie, then...
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
But we never tell a lie.
Oh,
We're very honest.
Never, never. No fake news here on Gwangju.
And I'll say no word of a lie, listeners. If you happen to not know the answer, this song we're going to listen to right now will give you somewhat of a clue. This is a former theme song of our show. It's EXO with Coco Pub. XO right there with Coco Pop. Hope you enjoyed that song, and we hope you're going to enjoy hearing Lindsay's recommendation for a place to visit in the winter.
That's right. Today we're giving you guys some recommendations across Korea where you can experience a fairy tale-like atmosphere in the winter. Dave gave us a really great recommendation with Pinocchio and Da Vinci.
Two of my favorite concepts.
Out of all the Italians, are those your two favorite Italians?
I like Napoli Mafia from 흑백 요리사, but
not
he's not
Italian. That's what I'm saying. Can you think of, off the top of your head right now, famous Italians?
Oh, lots of footballers. Perlo is a great football player. I'm a big fan of him.
Okay.
Gigi Buffon is another one.
Okay, no more footballers, just like other Italians.
Other Italians. There are a lot.
There's Mario
Put on the spot.
Mario and Luigi?
Yeah, kind of Japanese, aren't they?
Oh, they are.
Too many. Can we change the subject?
Sure, let's go. Okay.
Too many to count.
All right. So moving on from that wonderful fairy tale land exhibition kind of attraction up in Gapyeong,
Yeah.
I have one that is for the train enthusiast in all of us.
Oh, I like trains. I like taking train journeys. In the UK, trains are really a big part of our lives.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. When I went to school, we went through platform 9 3/4, just like Harry Potter did.
Wow. How do you choose where you end up?
It's just look at the draw.
Oh, so you could have been at...
I could have ended up at Hogwarts, but I just ended up some run-of-the-mill school.
Look at you now.
Yeah.
Ome광주,
What
right?
could have been?
What could have been? What sound does a train make in English, Dave?
If it's running, because it might have broken down, if it's running, it probably goes choo-choo!
That's right. And I am talking today about the Haiwon Choo-Choo Park.
I see.
But I'm really curious, and maybe some of our listeners out there could help us out.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, listeners, you can get in touch with us anytime by sending us messages to sharp 9870 on your mobile phone. In fact, we've gotten a couple messages today, including one that says 겨울인데 안 추워요. 맞아요. So 안 추우면 진짜 겨울인가요?
그러니까요. 아직 겨울인지 모르겠네요.
맞아요.
좀 따뜻해가지고.
We also got a couple other messages. We'll get to them in a little bit. But on top of our messages, we also have one more way that you can get involved with the show today, right, Dave?
Oh, yeah, we do. That's on our YouTube channel. If you would like to watch me and Lindsay, and in about 20 minutes, none other than 슈가토끼님, who's going to join us, I think, if my memory serves. No, I'm joking. She definitely is. Then you can find us on YouTube. Just search for Ggn Global When you click on the page, the third option is live. You'll be able to click on that and see Lindsay and I in the flesh, see our real-time performances, and we've got a live chat. We'd love to invite you to get involved, send us a message, drop the answer to the quiz question, tell us your favorite winter destination. Dung dung.
That's right. I also have one more question I'd like to ask help for from our Korean listeners/viewers. And I was curious, in different languages, different things make different sounds, right? So in English, a cow says...
Meh, moo.
There you go. Oh my God.
Sorry.
How did you mess up? That was a softball, Dave.
Yeah, sorry.
And in Korean, a cow says meh.
Oh, okay.
So maybe you had your Korean. And in English, a rooster says cock-a-doodle-doo. And of course, here in Korea, a rooster says
모르겠어요.
꼭기요. So my question is, what do trains
say
in Korea? In English, they say
choo-choo.
choo-choo. So I'm curious about what trains say in Korea. Please let me know, sharp 9870. The reason why I'm talking about trains is because I'm recommending for all of our lovely listeners out there a trip this weekend to the Haiwon Choo-Choo Park. That is in Samcheok, all the way up in Gangwon-do.
A beautiful place to visit. I've been there a few times. I really love it. However, I've never been to the Haiwon Choo-Choo Park. So can you tell me about it?
Definitely. I just love saying choo-choo over and over again. It is a railroad-themed resort. So if there was a train-shaped hole in your heart and you were like, I need more trains, this is the place to go.
Nice.
It features Korea's only switchback train.
Oh.
And Dave, tell us what a switchback is.
Switchback is a very common sight if you're somebody who enjoys hiking in Korea. Not so common in the UK, I would guess in Canada, where people tend to forge their own path in the hiking trail. Here in Korea, often it would be that there is a path that kind of zigzags up the mountain.
Yes.
And it makes it a lot easier to get up.
That's
So
right.
I guess that the switchback train track is much the same. It is, rather than having a steep incline, it is a much more laid back and gentle incline that probably takes a lot longer to get to the top, but more pleasurable, I would guess.
That's exactly what it is. It's a zigzag train track. It's a mountain-style rail bike, actually, that winds down the old Yeongdong Line railway. So you can ride a rail bike all the way down this mountain.
Wow.
There's also a kids cafe, an interactive indoor zoo, and standalone resort facilities.
Wow, sounds incredible. The train itself, I've taken a look at the picture. That's a steam train right there.
Oh, that is a steam train. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Don't see that very often in Korea, Lindsay.
No, in fact, the Haiwon Chuchu Park has Korea's only steam-powered tourist train that operates on the switchback rail line.
Sounds great. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I'm loving the thought of this, Lindsay. If anybody out there is interested in trains, I know that it's something that is very close to my heart. So do go and check that out. Haiwon Chuchu Park.
That's right. Just a few more details there. So this train has a lot of photo zones inside. There is a VIP photo zone carriage and an open-air carriage as well. So it operates between Chuchu Station and Hungjeong Sakdo Village. It's approximately 17 kilometers round trip. It runs twice daily in the morning and in the afternoon. And so you can check out and ride a steam train, feel like you're in Harry Potter by going to Haiwon Chuchu Park.
It genuinely sounds really cool.
Right?
I love the thought
steam
of it.
trains.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
One final thing I heard as well, when it stops at the Hungjeong Sakdo village, you can get chanchiguksu there.
Yes, you can enjoy steaming chanchiguksu. That is actually sold by the Village Women's Association.
Sounds amazing, Lindsay. Thanks for introducing that one to us. It's time for us to listen to a song, and I believe that we did get a 신청곡, Lindsay.
We did, yeah. So this one is from our listener 8531. They sent in before the aforementioned 겨울인데 안 추워요
그쵸.
message, but they also included a 신청곡, which is
It is Sia with Snowman. Snowman. Lovely Christmas song. I know Lindsay's a big fan of that one. So,
Love
listener
it.
8531, thanks for sending that in. Our listener also says, 광주에 제대로 된 눈은 언제 올까요?
저도 같은 마음 있습니다. I really want beautiful white snow in Gwangju, but I know a lot of people out there are like anti-snow, but
including me.
I don't understand.
You're
them.
usually the person who gives us our weather forecast, Lindsay.
Yes.
So can you tell us when we might expect a little bit of snow?
Yeah, I saw that this weekend, early next week, we might get a little bit of snow. There is one day where it will go down to 0, but I'm not sure. Gwangju tends to be a little bit warm, so I don't know if we'll see any snow on the ground.
Uh-oh. Well, do
Yeah.
stay prepared nonetheless, listeners. Yeah, perhaps maybe next weekend, next Saturday, we might see a little bit of snow. In the meantime, we're talking about places to visit, Lindsay.
That's right. But first, we have another message
Oh, yeah.
from a listener. We were talking a little bit about Pinocchio because, of course, Dave introduced Pinocchio and Da Vinci all the way up in Gapyeong, I believe it was.
Absolutely right, Lindsay. It seems like it'd be a wonderful place to go. We also talked a little bit about the story of Pinocchio, which, by the way, you mentioned, Lindsay, like everybody read it when they were a child. I don't think I ever read it. I don't think I've read that book.
I don't think it's one of those things that you have to read. I think it just like gets
Just know it.
permuted into your like knowledge.
It's a shared experience that we've all had, something like
That's
that. But you're
right.
absolutely right, Lindsay. We've got a lovely message that you have been preparing to read. However, we should point out before we read it,
Yeah.
the pretty important part seems to have not been sent properly.
That's right. So we're going to read it and we're going to give our interpretation
Yeah.
of what it's saying. And we hope that it's right. It's a very cute little anecdote from
Yeah.
one of our listeners talking about the whole thing about Pinocchio when Pinocchio lied, his nose got longer.
Yeah.
And I think that was also kind of a morality tale for kids too. Like parents would say, if you lie, your nose is going to get longer.
Yep.
And apparently parents and guardians around the world do this because this listener, 00410041님, writes, 저희 시어머님이 벽지에 낙서한 손자 찾으신다고 다 모여놓고 물 한 컵 가져오셨는데요. 거짓말 한 사람은 물에 손가락 넣으면 손이 and okay, this is where we think
물음표.
there's a 물음표, but we think it's
녹는다고.
녹는다고 얘기하셔서 돌아가면서 넣어보려고 했는데 애들이 무서워서 다 도망간 기억 있네요. So very similar to the Pinocchio story. Not your nose is going to get longer, but your finger is going to melt in the water if you lie.
I can imagine it would be certainly something that would prevent me from lying. Thanks so much for that message, listener 0041. Yeah, I think that, like you said, Lindsay, this is something we all heard about when we were children. Did you have any similar story or anything that you were concerned about?
Definitely, like my parents would always say, if you lie, we can see it on your face. So parents always have to say this to convince their kids not to lie, right? How about you, Dave?
Not necessarily about lying, but I definitely remember being so concerned that if I did something bad, Father Christmas would give me coal for Christmas.
Yes, that is like the parenting hack for the month of November. And I would say you could stretch it into November as well.
It's December, November,
Yeah, December, November is that, in the West, I don't know if people do this in Korea yet, but definitely traditionally in the West, Father Christmas or Santa Claus, if you're naughty, you're not going to get any toys. 대신에 you get
coal.
Yeah, that's right.
Big lump of coal. Which actually now I wouldn't mind some coal.
I tried explaining this to some of my older Korean friends and they were like, that would actually be pretty good, right? Like back in the day, 석탄 was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Maybe a different cultural experience, Lindsay.
definitely.
Because we did use coal. We had a coal fireplace in our house, so
Did
it would have been
you?
useful.
Wow.
Nonetheless, we're talking about places to visit in the winter. Some of them family-friendly. You were just telling us, Lindsay, about the Haiwon Choo Choo Park.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, we got one message from a listener on our NoTube channel who apparently said "paburi." What is paburi? Paburi? Is this a choo-choo trend sound?
No, I think Fabri is an Italian celebrity in Korea, Lindsay.
Oh, I thought it was a choo-choo sound.
It could
Paburi,
be.
paburi.
No, Fabri is, I think, a celebrity. We have some more mentions.
Fabrizio.
Filippo Inzaghi, a great footballer.
We were talking about famous Italians.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I should have mentioned that. But we're talking about Haiwon Choo Choo Park, Lindsay. You were saying that it's all the way up in Samcheok, Gangwon-do.
That's right.
I think that's a beautiful part of Korea. Do you happen to know any other places like nearby that might be worth visiting? Because, as I remember, it's like a pretty touristy place. Some interesting
Definitely.
places to visit.
Definitely. If you're making your way all the way up to Gangwon-do, if you're going to the Haiwon Chuchu Park, which is close to Samcheok, there is a lot of stuff to see around that area. There's a nearby Tongni Tantan Park, which, speaking of Seoktan,
Yeah.
includes the nation's coal seam.
Wow.
Dave, what's a coal seam?
I guess that it's the area underground where the coal would have been mined.
Wow, that's really... Did you know that South Korea had coal seams?
Yeah, I did know that. And I'm imagining that if I was a child growing up in Korea, that would be the sort of place that my parents would have taken me and said, like, this is where Father Christmas is going to get your coal.
Gonna get your coal from.
It's like, make it visceral, you know?
That's right. Like, look at all this
Yeah.
coal you could get
See it for
instead of
yourself.
gifts. But no, Tongni Tantan Park is worth visiting because not only is it interesting in like a geological way, but it was also the filming location for 태양의 후예.
Wow,
Yeah.
Descendants of the Sun. Oh, it's a beautiful part of the world. I think we even talked last week, Lindsay, about the sheep farm up there, which is really close by too.
Yes. Do you know anywhere else close in that area in Gangwon?
Yeah, there are a bunch of different places that are worth visiting. One of them is the Doge Yurinara. That's a cultural space. It blends art and regeneration using actually the waste materials from the extraction of coal. I think we call
Cool.
it slag. Maybe there's a different word for it. Visitors can also watch glass blowing demonstrations there.
Cool.
Yeah, and also so you can see the glass blowing demonstrations, and you can even learn a little bit about forest resources, and like make a connection with wood.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's Yurinara and Namunara, right?
yeah.
And then Namunara
Oh
is
yeah,
all
did I
about
not mention
the
it?
forest.
It's not the same place, but it's very close by. Doge Namunara, Doge Yurinara. Yeah, one of them for glass, one of them for wood. You'd be able to join the dots together and work out which is which.
What could this possibly be? Wow, Gangwon-do has so much to do.
Beautiful place in the world.
Just again to cover, Haiwon Chuchu Park is all about trains, and then we've got Tongni Tantan Park, which was the filming location for 태양의 후예, Doge Yurinara and Doge Namunara, all about natural resources. But there must be some other stuff to do this weekend, Dave.
Lindsay, as we talked before about Italy and France, I thought it would only be appropriate if we also mentioned a place a little bit closer to home, European Village.
European Village.
It's in Donbuk. It's called the Engelberg European Village. Are you familiar with this one?
Cool. Engelberg makes me think it's a little bit maybe Swiss or German.
German is, I think, what they're going for here. I've driven past this place so many times, and
Oh,
I thought of
really?
introducing it to you guys today.
Okay, well, what can we enjoy there?
Yeah, well, it's focused on European culture, especially German influences. A bit of like a Hansel and Gretel kind of theme there. So again, more of the fairy tale kind of vibe. The thing that I want to point out the most, if you're a fan of baked goods, you'll know that Germans love their baked goods. It has a Euro Market bakery cafe. It features antique decorations and furniture, which all together create a European mansion-like atmosphere. But the
Whoa.
bakery itself, yeah, I have to tell you about this. It's got an afternoon tea menu, if you know afternoon tea.
What is afternoon tea?
Yeah, it's something that we enjoy in England, and I think we also talked about this with 슈가토끼가 last week. Basically, at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you would go and enjoy a nice calm afternoon tea, a kind of tiered sort of serving plate that features some mini sandwiches, some scones, some mini finger cakes, and a cup of tea, of course, in your finest ceramics. And you can go and enjoy that there. You have to make a reservation, though. But if you go there, you can also see the antique lounge, too, which is on the 3rd floor.
Cool. I'm looking at some pictures now of the Engelberg European Village, and it really does look like Europe.
It does. Like I said, it's the very much like Hansel and Gretel style, I think. You know, the architecture, is that what we would say to this one? The way that the boarding is kind of in a rectangular pattern on the outside, really
Yeah.
reminiscent of Bavarian architecture.
Oh, definitely. How cool is that? Very
Yeah.
cool. And so I guess you can enjoy some tea, some bread, walk around the German villages.
Yeah.
Anything else we can do?
Yeah, actually, there is one more thing that I want to tell you about. It's not all European, because there is actually even like what they're calling an Oriental Tyrol Teapot Museum.
Ooh.
And they display tea sets and teaware from a bunch of different East Asian countries, Korea, China, and Japan, collected over 50 years. So if you're a fan of tea, then you can enjoy afternoon tea in the European sense, and also enjoy some kind of East Asian tea and see some of the different things there. What's more, yeah, as I said, the buildings themselves are beautiful. If you're the sort of person that likes to take a photo or two in unique surroundings, then absolutely you have to check out the Engelberg European Village. Not too far away from us here, Lindsay. It's up in Dongbuk in longer, I would suggest maybe about a 45-minute drive from the center of Gwangju. So really close, worth checking out.
Definitely 빵숭이 모여라, because this is the place to go if you enjoy bread, right?
Absolutely, Lindsay. Speaking of enjoying food, we're going to be joined by someone in a few minutes who's going to tell us about some food, like eating places.
That's right.
aka restaurants. First, we're going to take a break.
Yes, and speaking of bread, it's a wonderful world we live in a world with bread. So let's listen to Sam Cooke with What a Wonderful World. 예전 목마 carousel. Welcome back to 오매광주 here on Ggn. Thank you so much for spending your lunch hour tuned in to 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Dave.
And you know what?
What?
We are feeling generous today, Dave.
Oh, yeah?
The face of fate is shining on all of you because we have decided in our infinite generosity to give our listeners another chance at our quiz.
Yeah, if we are completely honest with you guys, 슈가토끼님 is on her way to join us. She's unfortunately currently delayed getting in here. This is one of the perils of doing live broadcasting, Lindsay.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, I'm sure that you guys will understand, and hopefully she'll be here very soon. By the way, when she does get here, you can also check us out on YouTube. We're currently live streaming.
Oh, and you know what? The chat room is on fire today. If you hop over and search for Gwangju on YouTube, right now there's an argument going on in the side chat about who the best Canadian is.
Yeah, so we'd love to hear your thoughts on the best Canadian. It could be Lindsay. But do send in your ideas there.
Yeah, hold on, because I want to point out that nobody has said Lindsay yet. We've gotten some pretty crazy Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, Justin Bieber. Somebody said Nickelback.
That was me. It says Dave McGee right there. But listeners, if you want to get involved in the debate, just search Ggn Global광주방송. We'd love to see you guys in the chat. Again, really simple. Ggn 글로벌광주방송. If you click on live, the third option, you'll be able to see us live streaming in the studio. But Lindsay, you also mentioned that we're going to run through our quiz once again. So should we get into it, Lindsay?
That's right. At the beginning of the show, Dave introduced a very interesting place that might be a good place to take your kids this weekend. We were talking about winter fairy tale villages across the country.
맞습니다. 피노키오를 테마로 하는 이탈리아 말도 소개해드렸잖아요. So Pinocchio is the protagonist of the children's novel The Adventures of Pinocchio, of course, written by the Italian author Carlo Collodi.
맞아요. 유명한 작품이라 어릴 때 다들 한 번씩 읽어보실 텐데요. Not Dave or myself, actually, but maybe you out there. 피노키오는 거짓말을 하면 이것이 길어집니다.
맞습니다. So what is the part of Pinocchio that grows longer when he tells a lie?
Is it A,
다리, leg,
B,
팔, arm,
or C,
코, nose?
That's right. Just let us know A, B, or C, 다리, 팔, 코, and send in your answers to us at sharp 9870. Now, short messages will cost you 51. Longer messages will cost you 101. Right, Dave?
맞습니다. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원 문자 수실로도 있습니다. 정답을 아시는 분들은 샵 9870으로 문자 보내주세요. 퀴즈 정답뿐만 아니라 신청곡이나 재미있는 사연도 대환영입니다.
Should we tell our listeners what the prizes could be?
Let's do it.
All right. From B Hospital.
A culture voucher.
From SumLab.
An easy breathing mask.
From C Hospital, specializing in egg freezing.
A free infertility test.
And from 충정로's new wine bar and restaurant, Leppaher.
A gift certificate for your next delicious meal.
Just tell us which part of Pinocchio gets bigger if he tells a lie.
We'd love to see lots of you guys sending in the answer, so do keep them coming in. Once again, sharp 9870, sharp 9870. Send in those messages. We're going to listen to another song now.
That's right. Keeping with the winter theme, although, as our listeners are pointing out, Gwangju does not have any snow yet. When snow does fall, there's one thing I want to do, Dave.
Yeah, maybe with Kristen Bell. Do you want to build a snowman? Welcome back to the show. You're tuned in to Gwangju here on Ggn, of course, 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu.
It is time to explore the culture and events of our very own, much beloved Gwangju. Welcome to G-Wave.
And today, once again, we're joined by a very special guest who has joined us to share her insights and experiences with us.
That's right. Every Friday, we've been taking a look at the hottest places to go in Gwangju, and we're joined by someone to let us know where all of the Gwangju happer are. She's sweet. She's a cute animal. She is
슈가토끼님.
안녕하세요.
Nice to meet you again.
슈가토끼님,
네.
your
오셨어요.
hair is
맞아요.
wow.
Blonde hair.
Yeah.
She's a blonde now, you guys. I know the listeners can't see her, but if you hop over to our YouTube, you can see legendary influencer 슈가토끼님 on here live. You are blonde, girl. Is this your winter
Yes.
hairstyle?
Winter hairstyle.
Yeah.
You know what, Dave?
What's that?
In Canada, we have a lot of animals. In the summer, spring and summer, they're brown. And in winter, their color changes to white.
To blonde.
really?
We have our no, not blonde. to white.
예를 들어?
Arctic fox
Oh,
do
really?
있고, snowy owl do 있고.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a lot of rabbits that change. Oh my God, rabbits!
오!
Oh, 슈가토끼님, you really are a rabbit.
대박이네.
Wow.
그 똥물질이 다 염색하는 거예요?
직접 집에서 염색하는 건 no. 그냥 자연스럽게 the 털
진짜
색깔
신기하고.
changes. So you're a winter rabbit now.
Yes, I'm winter rabbit.
Wow.
첫 공개예요.
오, what an
Debut,
honor.
Sugarto. If you want to see Shuto's new hairstyle, you gotta tune in right now. 글로벌광주방송 on YouTube.
As much as
Yes.
I'd love to keep talking about hair, we're going to talk about something else, right? 슈가토끼님,
Yeah.
오늘 무슨 주제로 이야기해볼까요?
이제 오늘 아마 I don't think anyone would want to spend the end of the year alone. Do you agree?
그럼요.
I don't mind.
Really?
No, I'm just joking. I want to be with somebody. You're talking about Christmas and New Year's Eve, right? 연말
네.
season.
맞아요.
그러니까 특히
이제-
외국인으로서는 이럴 때 뭐 연말 되면 조금 뭐 영국에 있는 가족 조금 그리워하긴 해요.
맞아요.
그래서 I'm wondering about what to do this time of year.
Yeah. What should we
이제
do?
만약에 크리스마스에 뭐 하지 하고 이제 하고 싶은 걸 같이 할 사람이 바로 떠오른다면 이제 정말 좋겠지만 사실 안 그런 분들도 많고
그쵸.
특히 이제 외국 분들이라면 더욱 더 만날 사람이 한정되어 있잖아요.
그쵸.
이제 그래서 I'm planning to introduce a gathering where you can meet new people to spend time with.
Ooh, you know, being an adult, it's hard to make friends. So I'm
그러니까.
really looking forward to a recommendation for
맞아요.
this.
Meeting new people.
Oh,
Yes.
what's that?
그러니까.
어떤 모임일까요?
이제 여기는 광주에는 정말 다양한 활동을 할 수 있는 모임이 있는데 reading book with drinking beer.
너무
The second,
좋은데?
painting while drinking wine.
우와.
Whoa.
And cooking group. And traditional 그 전통주 모임도 있고.
traditional alcohol.
그리고 저번에 제가 소개해드린 그 액션 페인팅. 그것도 사실 모임이거든요. 새로운 사람들과 함께 할 수 있는. 어떤 게 제일 흥미로우신가요?
다 재밌을 텐데.
I know exactly what Dave is going
진짜요?
for.
아니
Dave,
근데 진짜 쉽게 고를 수 있는 거 아닌 것 같아요, 렌지.
아니요, I saw your 눈빛 light up at one in particular.
5개 다 너무 좋은데 솔직하게 말하자면 제가 책 읽는 거 좋아하고 물론 맥주 먹는 게 더 좋아하니까 아마 맥주 마시면서 책 읽기 이렇게 하는 게 더 좋아할
I
것
can't believe that
같은데.
there's a mo임 for that.
그러니까.
That's amazing.
린지는 왠지
뭘까요?
린지
액션 페인팅.
액션 페인팅 좋아할 것 같아요.
I just look like a person who could throw some paint. right?
왜냐면 그 액션 페인팅은 그 노을에서 옥상에서 맥주 마시면서 페인팅하는 거예요.
You know, I think I'm seeing like a common thread
그러니까.
here. 다 공통점이 있어요.
어떤?
술.
술.
술은 the lubricant of conversation.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I like the sound of it. Yeah. So what about you, 슈가토끼님?
저는 요즘 저는 이제 슈가토끼니까 쿠킹 그룹을 한번 꼭 가보고 싶어요.
Yeah.
같이 함께 이제 쿠킹, 베이킹 할 수 있는 그런 빵을 만들 수 있는 모임이거든요.
But isn't it a little bit 어색해요
그러니까.
to spend time with
모르는
like
사람들이랑.
낯선 can be.
그러면은 사실 낯선 사람이 어렵다면 친구들하고 같이 해도 돼요. 이거는.
So you go together with your friends and then
Yes.
you and your friends can meet new people.
Yes, 맞아요.
Mm.
그래서 이제 이 모임은 죄송해요.
Oh, it's winter. It's
Winter,
very
겨울이니까.
dry outside.
그렇죠.
Yep.
이제 광주에는 모람이라는 어쨌든 다양한 데이트 코스랑 취미 모임, 공방 클래스 같은 거를 한눈에 볼 수 있는 그런 플랫폼이 하나 있어요.
Oh, so it's a platform called Moram. Dave, what do you think? Maybe we should give our lovely 슈가토끼님 some time to lubricate her voice.
I was thinking just the same, Lindsay.
Yeah, we gotta treat our guests right here on the show. And then maybe when we come back, we can talk more about this platform called Moram, where you too can make new friends.
It sounds like a great idea. Do stay tuned, listeners. First, we're going to listen to this track then by Toy. It's 좋은 사람. Toy right there with 좋은 사람. We're joined by a 좋은 사람 right now. It's 슈가토끼님. He's recovered.
Yes. And so we were talking about how to make new friends as adults. And 슈가토끼님 recommended a platform that you can get involved with to meet new people, right?
Yes. In Gwangju, there is a platform called where you can find a while
Variety. Yeah.
variety of date course
Yeah.
and hobby gathering
Mm-hmm.
and workshop classes and more all in one place.
So convenient.
Yes. So 거기 더 들어가시면
네.
더 많은 체험이 엄청 많아요.
와, 여기 취미 모임까지, 데이트
맞아요.
코스, 그리고 방금 워크숍 클래스, 공방 클래스까지
맞아요.
다 나와요.
요리하는 거나 그런 거
네,
있지 않을까요?
그래서 연말에 뭐 하지? 추운데 이제 안에서 실내 데이트 해야 되잖아요. 그러면은 이제 거기 들어가시면 정말 다양한 뭐 음식을 만들 수도 있고 뭐 그때 말한 그 펜싱 막 이런 것도 할 수 있고
펜싱.
노래 부르는 그것도 다 여기에 모아져 있어요.
So, okay, so this is for all of the partners out there who are always in charge of the date planning.
Yeah.
This is a cool tip for you
Yeah.
out here.
그러니까.
Check out Mo Dang
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, I'm often the sort of person that's like not sure what to do. 이번 주에 뭐 하지? 이렇게 고민하는 편이니까 뭐 광주도 이런 플랫폼 있는 거 진짜
And
신기하더라고요.
there's also a rotation blind dates meetup.
오.
So it would be great for those looking to start a relationship.
오.
Whoa, rotation 소개팅?
Yes.
It's like what do you call that? Speed dating?
Yes.
그런
그
거
린지랑 데이브는 이제 못
아.
Yes.
근데
했지만
즐겁게 그거 할 수
We like
있겠죠?
to
맞아요.
watch. Yeah. We'll
그쵸.
just
보면 재밌겠죠.
슈가토끼님도 못 하시죠?
그럼 맞아요. 근데 카페 안에서 그 7개 정도 테이블을 두고 번갈아 가면서 여자가 바뀌고 남자가 바뀌고 이렇게 대화를 해보는 거예요.
이게 로테이션 소개팅이라고 하는 거 진짜 웃기다. 우리 스피드 데이팅이라고 하는데
영어로는
아.
speed
Rotation.
dating.
스피드 데이팅.
로테이션이 좀 더 정확한 말인 것 같아요.
회전 소개팅? Like a
like
sushi
it.
bar?
Yeah.
회전
I
수시처럼?
feel like sushi in that environment. So that sounds good. If you're not just looking to make friends, but looking to start a relationship, then rotation 소개팅
맞아요.
sounds good. So rotation 소개팅.
소개팅.
근데
I like
스피드 데이트라는 게 외국에도 있나요?
해요.
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 하는 것 같아요.
맞아요. 근데 스피드 데이트는 우리 대화할 때는 약간 그냥 5분 정도?
5분도 아닐 수도 있죠. 뭐 3분, 2분 30초.
그래서
자기 소개하고.
첫 인상 너무
That's
중요하니까.
real speed date.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
여기는 3분, 5분
좀 더 오랫동안 하지 않아요?
아하.
그래요.
어색하면 진짜 큰일일 텐데요.
맞아요. 어색하면 바꿔.
그렇죠.
선생님.
See you.
Oh, gotta go.
다음 사람도 기다리고 있어가지고
Yes,
여기까지 해야 할
sorry.
것 같아요.
All right, so that is the platform. It's called Mo Dang
Yeah.
that Ggtoki님 recommends for both people in relationships and people looking for relationships.
또 다른 소개하실 거 있으세요?
이제 또 새로운 공간 소개를 말하는 거겠죠. 이제 there's no rule that says that you must spend time 강아지랑 꼭 사람이랑 안 놀고 강아지랑 연말을 함께 보내고 싶을 수도 있잖아요.
우리 사랑하는 강아지들이랑.
맞아요. 근데 이제 저의 반려견과 함께 할 수 있는 공간을 소개해 드리려고 하는데
오.
혹시 강아지 키우세요?
No, Dave and I are of the feline
우리
disposition.
고양이 뭐 키우는데요.
고양이 키워요?
네.
저도요.
정말요?
고양이 파.
와. 그럼
와우.
고양이랑 같이 연말 보낼 수 있을까요?
고양이는 밖에 못 나가서
그러긴
아쉬워요.
해요.
Maybe we could carry them in a backpack.
그렇죠.
Yeah.
저 그렇게 장문 있는
맞아요,
그 가방
맞아요.
본 적 있는데
But-
전 강아지 없지만 주변에 뭐 조카라고 부르는 강아지 있어서 이제 소개하시는 곳으로 그 강아지랑 같이 갈 수
이제
있지 않을까요?
There aren't many places in Gwangju where you can let your dog run around
맞아요.
and play freely.
음흠.
그래서 이제 여기는 그 맥주 파티 아까 말한 그거를 반려견과 함께 즐길 수 있는 곳이에요.
Wow, a beer party.
Yes.
You can bring your dogs
Yes,
to.
of course it's also fine if you only people go.
진짜 강아지 없어도 상관없어요?
맞아요.
다행이네요.
okay. So maybe if you want to play with dogs, 강아지 없으면 안 키우면 근데
네.
나 강아지 보고 싶어요. 이런 파티
너무 좋은데
참여하면
진짜
좋을
맥주
것 같아요.
먹으면서 같이 놀 수 있어가지고 이게 뭐 이 장소가 어디예요?
이게 여기는 낮에는 카페로 운영되고 밤에는 맥주 파티, 비어 파티를 즐길 수 있는 그 세하동에 뭐라고 말해야 될까요? 물물?
Okay.
좋아요.
물물.
물물.
물물?
Oh,
네,
sounds great.
네.
So I think we're going to hear a little bit more, but it is actually time for us to take a break. And actually, we got a song request from one of our loyal listeners, Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh, what did he request?
He requested Ailey's track 첫눈처럼 너에게 가겠다.
Welcome back, listeners. That was Twice with 올해 제일 잘한 일. Welcome back. You're listening to 오매광주 here on Ggn, which means you're tuned in to 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Dave.
And this here is 슈가토끼님.
Yay!
She is a
Feeling better?
legendary Gwangju influencer.
I'm so happy to be joined by her.
She is really updating us about all the good spots to go. Today we're talking about 연말, which is in English.
Year end.
Doesn't really. The holidays maybe is better. Is it, would we call it the holidays?
Christmas coming.
Christmas season.
Christmas
season.
and also New Year's.
New Year's.
그러니까.
It's a time in Korea where a lot of people, you meet your old friends,
Yes.
right, at the end of the year.
진짜요? 그런 것도 있는지 몰랐네요. But especially we're hearing from 슈가토끼님 about lots of places to go, meet people, and seemingly, like you said, Lindsay, the shared theme is that lots of alcohol.
Yeah.
연말이면 술 좀 많이 먹는 뭐 타임이죠.
I think 서양에서도 그래요. Yeah, 연말 season에 we 항상
Christmas party.
Christmas party. We
그쵸.
always have cocktails, mulled wine or Wein.
mulled wine.
Right?
맛있군요.
Eggnog.
eggnog 먹어본 적이 없지만
Oh, is it a 북미
예,
thing?
북미에서만 먹는 것 같아요. But specifically, before we took a break, 슈가토끼님 was telling us about a place you called 물물.
Yes, 물물.
It's a dog cafe / beer party
Yes,
venue.
beer party in night.
Uh-huh.
So 이제 거기 안주들이 그 마른 안주들도 있고
Uh-huh.
이제 다른 거 다 시켜 먹을 수가 있거든요.
Mhm.
근데 제가 궁금한 게
Mhm.
By the way, what do you think of eating dried squid as a beer snack?
Like 오징어?
I've heard that foreigners don't really like squid.
Dave,
How can we answer this
how
one
do we feel about?
diplomatically?
Okay, we can only speak as one Canadian
그러니까
and
one British person.
British person.
우리 개인 입장으로는
네.
맞아요.
이게 왜 안주 먹는지 모르겠다고 말할 수 있어요. 이게 누가 이런 거 먹으면서 맛있다고 생각할지 모르겠어요. 개인 입장, 개인 의견입니다.
I am not a fan of squid.
No.
Yes.
근데
And-
calamari?
칼라마리도 안 먹어요.
아 진짜요? calamari 드셔본 적 있으세요?
카라마리?
calamari is like
칼라마리.
튀긴 뭐
오징어
오징어.
튀김.
그거 좋아요.
당연하지요.
튀긴 거 좋아하세요?
Yeah? Oh, no, not squid, not squid, not squid.
저는 그거 먹어요.
So what's the difference between 칼라마리랑
Dry.
dried 오징어? 차이점
What is
뭐예요? 둘 다 오징어니까.
아니, 모든
맞아요.
거 튀겨서 먹으면 다 맛있잖아요, 아시다시피.
맞아요. 신발도 튀기면 맛있다는
그러니까
말이
먹을 수 있을 것
있잖아요.
같아요. 우리 영국에서 진짜 뭐 초코바 같이 튀겨서 먹는데.
That's right.
거짓말.
아 진짜예요.
스코틀랜드에서.
진짜.
우와.
이게 유명한 거예요.
우와.
근데 오징어는 그냥 그대로 나오면 심지어
근데
제가
그럼
앞에도 있고 싶진 않아요.
외국에서는 오징어 안주는 절대 안 먹나요?
Once again, because in some countries,
Some
어디 나라에서
네.
뭐 이런 안주 있는데
어허.
캐나다에서, 영국에서 없어요.
일단 안주 자체도 없는 것 같아요. 우리 그냥 술 먹으려면 그냥 술만 먹으면 된다고 생각하니까.
그럼 처음에 한국 왔을 때 오징어 안주를 보고 어땠어요?
Stinky.
예. 아마 바로 도망가지 않았을까요?
It looks
다른
kind
술집으로
of
가야 한다고.
사실 솔직하게 말하면 it kind of looks like the 강아지 treats, the
Yeah.
dog treats, you know?
I
I was like,
So
what
that's
is
the
it?
point. Like 제가 맛보다 어떻게 생기는지 생김이 좀 별로 마음에 안 들어서 진짜 먹을 수는 없을
Korean
것 같아요.
people like to eat 오징어 구이 in
그러니까.
movie theater.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a shout out to Mr. Lindsay. 자, 이번에는 Mr. Lindsay always eats 오징어 구이 in the movie theater.
영화
So,
보면서
영화 보면서
그
오징어
냄새 너무
구이.
심할 텐데요.
내 말이요. Thank you, Dave.
근데 진짜 눈치 없는 행동 아닌가요? 왠지?
아니요, 근데 영화관에서 그런 거 팔아요. 팝콘, 나초스, 오징어 버터구이.
Yes, 버터구이.
너무
그래요.
유명해요.
근데 양이 적어서 아마 영화 시작하기 전까지 다 먹지 않았을까요?
No. And the smell
it.
just like it just lingers there. Yeah.
버터구이인데도.
와, 진짜 좀 너무 심할 텐데요.
Anyways, that's just thank you, Dave, for being on my side.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody who
I gotta say,
understands.
my wife also loves 오징어. 우리 집 앞에도 그 무인 뭐 오징어 가게 생겨서 한 번씩 오징어 사오라고 하고 제가 그냥
무인 오징어.
그러니까 신기하잖아요. 이게
have
다
to-
냉장고에 다 되어 있어가지고.
I thought you like catch it yourself and then
그 정도
무인.
아니에요.
아니에요.
그랬으면 가고 싶겠죠.
맞아요. 체험 같은.
그러니까.
자, 어차피 why are we talking about 오징어? 우리 왜
그러니까.
오징어
무슨-
이야기?
그 맥주 안주로
음.
Korean's favorite 안주
그 정도인 것 같아요.
dry 그 마른 안주를
진짜요?
모든 술집에서 마른 안주는 꼭 팔아요.
그럼 마른 안주는 정확히 오징어예요?
아니요, 오징어도 있고 먹태라고 여러 가지 오징어 잎도 있고.
오징어
노가리?
잎?
Yes.
먹을 수 있어요?
Yes.
Gosh, you know what?
이렇게 이렇게 프라이팬에 튀겨가지고 오징어 잎을 정말 좋아합니다. 한국 사람들.
Even just listening to that 오징어 말 자체도
Hold on.
sounds a little odd.
Okay, wait, back this up. How many animal mouths have you eaten, Dave?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 0.
Yeah, I'm also going to
입
say
먹어본 적이
0.
없는 것 같아요.
You know what, though? If you think about it on the other hand, it's good. You don't waste
Yep.
any part
That's
of the
true.
animal.
That's true.
야, 동물은 뭐 꼬리부터 머리까지 다 먹을잖아요. 그거는 오히려 좋은 것이에요.
머리부터 머리까지 먹을 수 있다.
맞아요. 자,
근데 먹고 싶진 않아요.
맞아요.
So
just
sorry
우리
to say.
개인 okay, so we're talking about these are 마른 안주
Yes.
sold at 물물, which
Yes.
let me just review. In the daytime is a cafe.
Yeah, a dog cafe.
Dog cafe.
Pet
and,
cafe.
and at nighttime it becomes beer party.
Yes.
But-
가맥 축제.
Beer party with dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
dogs.
And squid.
Yes. Squid.
또 다른 동물 있을까요?
다른 동물. 근데 이제 강아지 띄워놓을 거기가 대형견은 띄워놓을 수가 없거든요.
Okay, just small
네.
dogs.
그 매월동에 Hey Red라는 곳에서 그 대형견을 띄워놓을 수 있는 곳이 있어요.
I see.
Oh, okay. So this is like big enough for dogs to run around
Yes.
I
in
guess it's hard to
Maewon-dong.
find in the big city places with enough space for dogs to run around. So you can take your dog there.
Yes, sure. And 거기에 당나귀도 살고 고양이도 살고.
잠시만요. Donkey?
Yes.
당나귀?
Horse.
Whoa.
You can feed 당근, carrot.
Well, they love carrots.
Yes.
Donkeys love carrots.
It's true. I saw Shrek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
신기하네.
It's okay.
난
So-
고양이도 있다고 하셨죠?
고양이도 살고 염소도 있어요.
염소 너무 귀엽죠.
염소까지.
그래서 그 먹이 체험도 할 수 있어서
아.
거기 그 분위기가 제주도 같아서 정말 좋아요.
Okay, so
Kind of like
that
a
is
petting zoo.
that is at Hey Red
Yes.
in Maewon-dong.
Yes.
You can enjoy. It's a cafe,
Yeah.
but you can also enjoy a little petting zoo experience
Yeah,
there.
dogs, a donkey that you can feed carrots to,
Yes.
goats, cats. Can we take our cats there?
Maybe not.
그건 좀
I
아닌 것
don't
같아요.
think my cat likes goats very
Yeah,
much.
I think my cat is averse to donkeys.
Oh, you know what? But I love that we are getting some chuchons for
그러니까.
animal lovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect for the three of us. We each have a cat.
Yeah.
But the reason that largely we're having this discussion today is 곧 연말이니까.
네.
또 다른 추천하실 뭐 공간이 있을까요?
이제 우리 연말에는 뭐죠? 크리스마스.
Christmas.
I love Christmas.
really?
크리스마스 좋아해요.
Of
크리스마스
course.
안 좋아하는 사람 어디
맞아요.
있을까요?
그쵸.
맞아요.
네, 그래서 I want to introduce 크리스마스 분위기 나는 카페를 하나 또 소개해드리고 싶은데
좋아요.
This is newly opened cafe called Cafe the how could I
The
call it? C.
Cafe the
Yeah.
Sea. Cafe the Wasp.
ABC.
Cafe in B.
Okay,
Cafe
okay.
in B.
Okay,
좋아요.
nice,
So
nice.
as the name suggests, it's bee theme.
Like 벌,
네.
Like 벌, like 꿀벌.
not
네.
the letter B.
Yeah, 맞아요.
Although Dave,
It could be.
good idea.
뭐벌 theme, 귀여운
네.
동물인가?
말 그대로 벌 양봉장에서 오픈한 카페인데
Wow.
그 카페 꼭대기에 그 벌을 키워요. 진짜
You get
벌,
like
real
꿀
벌.
for the honey.
예, 꿀벌.
꿀벌.
So on the roof of the building that the cafe is in, they actually have beehives.
Ooh.
And the yangbongjang in English, the place where they call raise bees in English, Dave, I'm putting you to your test. What is it
A
called?
place where bee is there like 정확히 뭐 한마디
There
있어요?
is, there is
힌트
one.
좀 부탁.
Starts with A.
aviary.
You're so close. It's called
Apiary.
apiary.
Oh. 양봉장 called apiary.
Apiary.
리지 그거 어떻게 알아요?
You know what? I have a dream
아,
to raise bees. Yes.
요즘에 왠지 외국에서 조금 인기 많은 팀인 것 같아요. 저도
맞아요.
너츠 콘텐츠 많이 봤는데 뭔가 좀 힐링 타임일 것 같아요.
맞아요. 약간 귀농 같은 느낌이요.
The owner is planning to create a honeybee museum on the top.
Whoa, on the top.
Yes.
That is so cool because I see a lot of people are scared of bees,
Yes.
right?
물리면 좀 아플 텐데 아닌가?
근데 궁금한 게 있는데 그 한국 사람들은 벌을 엄청 무서워하잖아요.
그쵸.
근데 제가 저번에 유럽을 갔는데
음흠.
그 벌이 막 식당에서도 날아다니더라고요. 사람들이 안 피하고 그래서 외국 사람들은 벌을 안 무서워한다고 깨끗하다고 생각한다고 들었는데
I mean,
맞나요?
종류에 따라서 다르게 생각할 것 같아요.
맞아요. 여기
말벌.
한국에서 말벌 있잖아요.
아.
근데 아직은 캐나다에서 점점 오고 있는데 아직은 말벌 없어서 그냥 꿀벌 많이 있어서.
우리 영국에 말벌 많고 저는
그래요?
엄청나게 싫어해요.
진짜요?
네네네.
말벌.
어.
But how do you feel about 꿀벌?
꿀벌은 좋아하는데 꿀은 조금 하기 어렵잖아요.
아.
뭐가
구별하는
벌,
거.
착한 벌인지 뭐가 엄청 위험하고 무서운
Excuse
말벌인지.
me, are you a nice bee or a bad bee?
근데 저도 동의해요. 그 벌이 진짜 우리한테 엄청 큰 도움이 주니까
맞아요.
맞아요.
우리 사랑해야죠.
그러면은 외국 사람들마다 또 다른가 보네요.
맞아요. 그
어.
어떤 사람은 무서웠는데 근데
바로 그런 거잖아요.
Right, just like us, right? But I think, Dave, I don't know if you were told growing up, we were educated like if you see a bee, don't move.
아하.
Yeah.
그렇게 그 교육 받아서 그냥 like 그 왜냐면 if you try to hit the bee is getting angry and 오히려
If you see a bear, isn't it the same advice? 고음 볼 때도 같은 조언 하는 거 아닌가요? 고음 볼 때 그냥
맞아요.
가만히 있으라고.
You
아닌가?
have to acting like I'm dying.
Yeah.
like a dead, play dead.
왠지 가는 사람인데 이런 거 어떻게 몰라요?
It's too complicated to get into, Dave, but every bear has a different.
If it's black,
If it's black, fight back.
if it's brown,
If it's
lie
brown,
down.
lie down.
If it's white,
say goodnight.
say goodnight.
Yeah.
화이트 베어도 있어요?
Polar bear, 북극곰.
아.
제일 위험한 거. Anyways, I don't know how we got onto this.
벌에서 고음까지 이제 다시 그 카페, 벌 테마 있는 카페로
네.
맞아요.
진짜 신기하네요. I'm a big fan of bees, and you said 근데 for Christmas, it's
Yes.
decorated for Christmas.
이제 거기가 it's a huge place.
Okay.
So and when I first went there, I almost got lost.
really?
정도예요.
그 정도예요.
그 카페가 가운데 있고 주변에 양봉장 영어로 아까 뭐라고 했지?
Apiary.
apiary and bakery 공장.
Factory.
Yeah, factory, bakery factory 이렇게 엄청 커요. It's 마을 같이.
마을 같은. 그래서 so that's why he's planning the owner, he or she,
Yes.
they are planning to open a museum on top of that.
What
Wow.
about the importance of bees?
네, 그래서 거기가 베이커리 카페인데 모든 빵에 꿀이 들어가요.
How sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Sorry.
That was so
Too
good.
obvious. Too obvious.
You're a honey toki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, honey toki.
Yeah, honey
Yeah,
toki.
sorry,
Sugar
I'm the
toki.
honey toki and
Chocolate sheep.
chocolate
초코양.
sheep. Oh man, so chocolate sheeps will also enjoy honey.
I like sweet honey too. Honey 진짜 건강에 좋잖아요.
맞아요.
그 local honey, if you eat local honey, it helps to build your immune system to prevent like local airborne illnesses. So it's like 진짜
맞아요.
과학적으로 꿀 먹으면 도움이 되더라고요.
Wow.
I recommend it.
So there you go. And if you want to get some healthy honey, then it sounds like Cafe in B
Yes.
is the best place to go
Yes.
for it.
Sounds nice. Is there any other places you'd like to recommend to us, 슈가토끼님?
이제 또 어디를 할까요?
Oh, so much nice places, right?
There's a sports that people in Gwangju really love. Guess what it is?
A sport that people in Gwangju 청취자 여러분 좀 알려주세요.
아 이게 너무 쉬운 점 아닌가요? 광주면 맥주 먹는 게 이게 스포츠라고 할 수 있겠죠?
모두가 알잖아요.
아,
하이킹 아니야?
하이킹, 등산,
등산, 무등산.
낚시.
자, 베이스볼이죠.
아,
Oh my
of
god.
course.
Baseball.
우리 대표적인 팀 있잖아요. Kia Tigers.
Whoop whoop.
Yes.
맞아요. 이제 that even though it's not baseball season right now, the love for baseball among Gwangju people is
Unbeatable,
Yes.
unmatched.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can't be rivaled, right?
뭐, 어떤 단어 선택할지 고민하시는 것 같네요. People love baseball.
Yes.
그
맞아요.
정도.
But that's right. 이제 봉선동에 음식 하나만 시켜도 스크린 야구를 공짜로 칠 수 있는 곳이 있어요.
공짜로요?
Whoa! So hold on. So you can play screen baseball for free
Yes.
if you order food. Just what? Even just one
Just one food.
order.
Yes.
Whoa.
그럼 이 곳이 어딘지 알려주실 수 있을까요?
맞아요. 여기는 뭐라고 해야 될까요? Outzone goats.
Outzone goats. I like it.
Outzone goats.
Okay, so that is the nickname that we're going with.
But
Okay.
don't be surprised.
Okay.
In addition to screen baseball,
어.
you can also enjoy pool,
오.
table curling,
What?
table curling.
What's table curling?
curling을 테이블에서 하는 거예요.
와우, 그런
Like-
스포츠 있는지 몰랐어요.
Like mini curling.
Did you know that Canada's second national sport is curling?
Did you know
Oh.
that curling was invented in the UK?
Was it?
yeah.
Okay, you win this one,
네.
Dave. Yeah. Okay. Pool, table curling,
and 당구,
billiards.
미로 게임.
미로 게임?
It's all free.
뭐 안주만 주문하면
네.
와.
That's amazing.
음식만 시키면 다 진짜 마음대로 놀 수
네,
있는 거예요?
맞아요. 근데
제한도
이제
없어요?
제한은 이제 스크린 야구는 3이닝이 끝나면 이제 그 다음에는 돈을 내야 돼요.
Oh, okay. So you get 3 innings,
Yes,
and then
three.
you have to pay for it.
Yes.
I don't know if I can last 3 innings.
솔직히 3이닝이 얼마나 오래 걸릴지 모르겠네요.
맞아요.
그래요.
1시간?
한 번 하면 근데 재밌어요. 그래서 다른 거 하느라고 이제 시간도 가니까.
오.
Wow.
좋을 것 같아요.
맞아요.
뭐 진짜 이렇게 뭐 좀 재밌게 친구들이랑 재밌게 놀 수 있으니까 좀 좋을 것
컬링
같아요.
근데 해보셨어요?
Curling? No.
You
Okay.
just said it's Canada's second
Hold on.
sport.
But because I have to explain. My parents played curling. 우리 부모님. 왜냐면 캐나다에서 대부분 아까 우리 부모님 세대 많이 하시는 스포츠예요. 왜냐면 하면서 술 마실 수 있어요.
오.
Like other sports, you can't really play sport and drink,
You can.
right? You can.
You can do it with any
You can-
sport.
Playing
야구
football.
치면서 술 먹어도 돼요.
야구.
네, 볼링 하면서 술 먹어도 돼요.
맞아. 당구 치면서 술 먹어요.
술 먹어도
that's
되죠.
true. Okay, I take it back. But in Canada, it's the most popular sport to play when you're drinking.
But
Yes.
you've never played it yourself.
No, because it's kind of like a mom and
I
dad thing.
see.
How about you, Dave?
제가 어렸을 때는 올림픽 보면서 그때 그 영국 컬링팀 엄청 잘해서 전 그때 하고 싶었어요. 한참 진짜 유행이었고 근데
yeah.
우리 집 주변에 뭐 할 수 있는 컬링 링크 없어서 가지고 못 했는데 슈가토끼는 왠지 해본 적 있을 것 같아요.
저는 컬링 안 해봤어요. 저는 컬링이 좀 낯설어요.
맞아요.
저한테 익숙하지 않고 아마 한국 사람들도 컬링을 그냥 그 영미
맞아요.
영미
스트레이트.
그것 때문에 알지 아마 잘 모를 거라고 생각하거든요.
It is an ice sport.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
a lot of the countries that have I think Europe, Northern Europe, apparently the UK.
Specifically Scotland.
Oh,
It was originally from
Scotland.
Scotland, yeah.
Oh.
If any Scottish listeners are listening, they'll be like, it's not a UK sport, it's a Scotland
You're
sport.
like, gotta give
Yeah.
the real facts.
영국 말고 스코틀랜드, 정확히 스코틀랜드에서 하는 스포츠인데 it sounds really fun, but table curling 그렇게 큰 공간 아니니까 훨씬 편할
맞아.
텐데요.
이 정도 사이즈.
진짜요?
Table size, just like a big table size.
Yes.
And once again, so we're actually talking about a screen baseball place that's called Outzone Goat.
Yes.
And so you can do screen baseball along with table curling and pool/billiards.
And also like a maze game too. 미로 게임도 있다고 하셨는데
Yes.
그것도 진짜 뭔지 모르겠네요.
그거는 이제 미로 모양이 당구대에 미로 모양이 있어서 그걸 이렇게 you can use pool stick.
Oh, so we're not in the maze.
Yes.
It's like maze pool.
Yes, pool.
It's like a challenge.
Yes.
See.
You have to 그 가운데에 미로를 풀 스틱으로
Our viewers right now can watch
그러니까요.
the video.
You have to
보여드리고
get the
싶은데
ball into the center of the
yes.
with your pool
It
stick.
sounds awesome. I know you had some more places to introduce, but if I look at the time,
Yeah.
it seems like we're actually out of time together, guys.
맞아요. But
Yes.
just one more question about this. Is this a small place or is it big enough? Because you know the 연말 party season is quite busy.
맞아요. 여기가 100명까지 들어갈 수 있어서
그럼
연말에 파티하기 너무 좋은 곳입니다.
There you go. You've got activities for your 연말 party.
Yes.
술도 먹을 수 있죠?
Of course. Beer.
Have to
Beer
check.
party.
Beer party. If you're looking for a place for a 연말 party, do check it out. Outzone Goat is, I think, what we said that one is called. Next week, we're going to get some more introductions, I think, from 슈가토끼님. But for today, 네, 아쉽지만 we have to say 와주셔서 감사합니다, 슈가토끼님.
Thank you.
감사합니다.
Bye.
Lindsay, before we finish,
Yep.
should we let our listeners know the answer to our quiz question?
Do you remember what the question was, Dan?
We were talking about Pinocchio. And the
Yeah.
part of Pinocchio that gets really long when he tells a lie.
That's right. And that is 바로
Cold!
맞아요.
Nose.
His nose. So if you said that into us, as many listeners did,
Yeah.
we'll be getting in touch with you with some great prizes.
Yeah, thank you to all of you guys who sent it in. 그런데 아쉽지만 오늘의 오매광주는 여기서 마무리하겠습니다.
So make sure you're joining us from 12 to 2 p.m. Monday to Friday right here on Ggn. That's 98.7 FM in Gwangju and 93.7 FM in Yeosu.
Coming up next is the Music Lounge.
We hope you have a fantastic day, an amazing weekend, and we'll meet you back here at the same time tomorrow.
We're going to finish up our show with this final track, Dunpak with Save Our Christmas. 월, 화, 수, 목, 금.
오후 12시에서 2시까지
오매광주!